I think that we collectively probably are not able to articulate a very clear vision just for Australia, but individually we do very well. And interestingly, over time, you look at how successful we've been, mining, resources sector, incredibly successful across agriculture. Now tourism, grown enormously. The big thing is getting some alignment around the future growth industries, which obviously is around services and well-educated workforce, well-educated community, and also a community that wants to look externally. That's where we need to, I think, come together as a nation and talk about the opportunity so we can rally together to really create something bigger and better.
Look, the first thing I'd say is I'm actually really optimistic about a lot of the change that has happened in the last 5 years in Australia that hasn't yet had time to flow through into the results that we see. But today it is much, much easier to start a business than it's ever been.
Can we attract businesses who might want to come to Australia, might want to hire Australians? Can we attract those businesses and those great jobs to to be done here?
I think the concept that innovation only happens in a startup in an urban environment is something that we've got to move past. I think that there is innovation that takes place in large organisations. We have a great research institute in CESIRO, and lots of the innovation that they do is in primary industries, in agriculture, in improving the yield in crops, in all of those sorts of things. Yet I think I worry a little bit that the innovation system as we think of it is restricted to high-tech startups, and I think we've got to widen it out so that we can get more innovation continuing to occur in a broader space across the economy.
What we see in our data globally, we have big data sets that show us soft skill and hard skill trends in the skills and the talent in these markets around the world. And I'd say that there's a pretty big migration and deficiency in a lot of markets around the world around some of the soft skills. We know that empathy, design thinking, some of the innovation skills, and some of the network activation skills, which is a very, very different way of working than traditional hierarchical or command control, is still not entirely present in a lot of the talent around the world. And so we see that Australia is probably on par on a lot of that, but really could leap ahead if it starts to represent some of those skills more distinctly.
There's such a unique opportunity that we can wrestle with some of the bigger Australian issues and in the context of the world, not this internal fight around state or the policy in Australia, but it's this external view about us in the world.